It's In the Kitchen with KG, Karen Greenblatt here, and we are making chicken scampi. So it does say scampi on here. This is one of Pampered Chef's meal mixes. And we have about 3 or 4. We have a pad thai, we have a chili, we have a Tuscan chicken. These are awesome. They come in packs of 3. I love these. This is my second time using the scampi. You can do shrimp or chicken. We're gonna do chicken tonight. We're gonna kind of change it up. Then we're gonna follow the directions on the back. We're gonna make this a little colorful. We're gonna add some peppers and onions, and you're gonna see. So we are gonna get started. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna get our skillet on. So I'm gonna put this down for a minute. So we are using our non-stick 12-inch skillet, y'all. This is an awesome skillet. Really quick before I get the heat on. You know, if you haven't noticed yet, the handles come off, makes it easy. It is dishwasher safe. This is a non-stick skillet. It is very thick. What's wonderful, oops, wrong one. What's wonderful about this skillet is that it is very thick, non-stick. It's like 5 layers of a non-stick coating. It does not have the bad stuff. It's not gonna come off in your dishes and all of a sudden you're like, oh, did you put pepper in our dish? No, we never put pepper in your dish. And we are gonna put a tablespoon of olive oil in our pan. Now this is really cool. So this is our latest kind of like an olive oil dispenser. It's an olive oil and it can also be a vinegar dispenser. So I'm using it for olive oil. It has, it can measure up to 3 teaspoons. So we need a tablespoon, so we're gonna do it like 3 times, and it squeezes. Let me put it over here so you can see it. So we squeeze it till we get up to the top, and it's gonna go all the way up. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even realize it wasn't even on there, hold on. It's gonna go all the way up to 3 teaspoons, which is the tablespoon I need. I mean, how cool is that to get some really cool, maybe I gotta go back a little bit, measurements, and I'm up, almost up to the 3. And so you can use this for oil or vinegar, so you know you can get 2. And we're just gonna spread that out and let that get hot. So we have our heat on high. We're probably gonna lower the heat once we get started. And I'm just gonna squeeze that one more time. All right, so while we do that, we're gonna let that get hot and we are going to open up. So what I've done over here, and I know I'm gonna kind of move it up here, is we're gonna open up our scampi packet. And it is a seasoning mix that we are going to add to. I use our kitchen shears, y'all. These are lifetime warranty, great for opening packets, envelopes. Also, chicken bones, raw chicken. I just sold these to someone who wanted to use these to kind of cut the fat off of like meat and chicken, even bacon fat. These are great. They come apart. Lifetime warranty. I love our kitchen shears. All right, that is definitely getting hot. And so we are going to sprinkle this into our chicken. I'm just gonna kind of lift it. I have it on a mat. Love our flexible mat. See that? So we're gonna sprinkle. I'm gonna put it down for a minute. And I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle the seasoning mix over it. So the seasoning mix is like typical scampi seasoning. So we've got, there is garlic, there is basil, there is other Italian type seasonings in here. Oregano, I can read the back packet to you. And we are going to, ooh, it did a lot. And let's see what else we have in here. Garlic, onion, spices, parsley, even some butter in here, which we're gonna add. We're gonna put wine in here. Ooh, it's getting nice and hot. So we're gonna go ahead and get this chicken in here. Ooh, so I have like a little bit less. I'm just gonna leave it so I can actually add it into the pan. So I'm gonna put that down. And then, best thing about a flexible mat, okay, so these are gonna be our tongs. I'm actually gonna use, I'm gonna use these. We're gonna actually just put that chicken in there. We should hopefully get a nice good sizzle. I'm gonna get that chicken in. Yep, already got a nice sizzle going. Don't wanna get it on my hands, but I don't mind getting it on a, all right, I'm gonna use those. Oh, it smells so good. Do you hear the sizzle? All right, so we're gonna open up. These are our pasta tongs, but y'all, they're very similar to all the other tongs that we have. All right, so we're gonna kind of, in our 1 tablespoon of olive oil, this is our non-stick skillet. So y'all don't need a whole lot of oil to make this chicken cook, to make it delicious. And you know, you don't have to worry so much about a whole lot of fat. So what I wanted to do was go ahead, now that the chicken is in there, is I wanted to go ahead and add the rest. There's barely anything in there, but y'all, I don't waste anything. So we're just gonna kind of add that in there, a little bit left, and it's gonna take a few minutes to cook the chicken up. Now, I mentioned that I was kind of changing this recipe up. So what happens is, once the chicken is cooked, we're gonna be adding like some white wine and kind of cook that down. But we're gonna add wine, but we're adding wine. But we are also going to be adding some peppers and onions to kind of add some color before we add, after we get our chicken cooked, we're gonna put the peppers and onions, and then we're gonna put the chicken and the peppers and onions back. Then we're gonna add the wine. So, because this is a video, I am going to, oh, it smells so good. I am going to come back in just a second after my chicken is cooked, because this chicken, it's already browning. It looks good. I'm gonna lower the heat because we want it to cook evenly. What I did was, that is the wonderful part about this pan, is it is cooking evenly up on the surface around as well as the bottom of the pan. Non-stick skillet, if I haven't said it's lifetime warranty too, it's an amazing 12-inch skillet. So as it's cooking the chicken, we want it to cook evenly. I also made these into bite-sized pieces. So we're gonna come back in about 3 to 4 minutes. You're gonna see this in like literally a second, and we're gonna add the vegetables, cook those down, and we're gonna add the chicken, the vegetables, and then the white wine. So, you know, like for you, it'll be like, hey, I'm back because I almost forgot. Our chicken's almost done, but I wanted to show you about these peppers and onions and how I get them all cut evenly, because after I take this chicken out, which I'm literally doing in 2 minutes, these are our peppers and onions that are gonna add such great color and wonderful flavor to our chicken scampi. So I wanted to show you our quick slice. If you don't have a quick slice, this is a great way to cut up eggs, avocado, mushroom, mozzarella cheese, tomato, potatoes, onions. So our quick slice, the blade is on the bottom. You never have to worry about cutting your finger. Take your pepper, place it down, and just kind of pull down. Then you have these beautiful cuts of peppers. Look at that, love it. What you can do also is that you can actually take your pepper. So let's say you're making a salad, like a cucumber salad. You can actually, and so here is it again, you can actually take it and turn it the other way, and you can actually make cubes out of it. Super cool. I love our quick slice. I've had it forever. And now these are the peppers and onions that are about to go into our dish, because our chicken is about to go out after I check its temperature to make sure it's at 165. Alrighty, we're back. So we added our peppers and our onions, and they are in our pan here. Oops, almost lost my bigger spatula. And my pasta tongs. And what I did was, so while I was cooking the peppers and onions, I took our chicken, and I wanted to keep it hot because I don't want it to start cooling down. And I added it to our small stainless steel bowl, and you can kind of see the steam, just to keep it warm. I mean, hello. And then all the juices are still in there. So we want to make sure it's in there. So just to make sure I get it all. So we're going to be putting wine, white wine in there to, to kind of like let that kind of cook down. So I'm going to add it in here to get all those sauces. Holy moly. Got to lower that heat a little bit. Let that wine in there. And so always pick a wine that you like. Why would you pick a wine that you like? Well, hello. Don't you want to drink the leftover wine? So make sure you pick a wine that you enjoy drinking. And so you're just going to kind of like cook that wine down a little bit. Maybe for just kind of reduce the heat, 3 to 4 minutes. All right. So this is where I wanted to kind of, add a few things. So you can see it. Let me move a little bit closer here so you can kind of see it kind of bubbling a little bit, and it's kind of reducing down. Kind of watch the heat, and what it's going to do is just kind of slightly reduce and maybe thicken up with any of the sauce that's in here from the chicken, because of there are some other ingredients in the scampi that kind of helps to maybe give you a little bit of a thicker sauce. So also to let you know that I did use our thermometer or instant read thermometer, awesome thermometer, when I was making sure that the chicken was cooked all the way. So we do have a few more things to add. We do have our pasta ready, which we're gonna add in a minute, but I kind of wanted to add some garlic. I don't know about you guys, but I really love fresh garlic. So I have two garlics here I thought I would go ahead and add. And into our dish now, while there's still a little bit of liquid, because if it was dry and it might make the garlic bitter, look how good that just sort of like squished in there. Use our little garlic tool to kind of get that garlic in there. Let's do one more. Of course, you have that piece you don't need. So if you ever wonder like, well, what do I do because the garlic gets on my fingers and that's gross and I don't like the garlic on my fingers? Well, all you gotta do is when you're done and you're finished is just to take clean, just kind of wipe down your fingers and then just rub your fingers on the clean garlic press, the stainless steel, and it takes the smell out, which is pretty cool, right? Okay, so this has been definitely reduced down. So now we are like literally almost done. So we're just gonna kind of mix this up. I'm gonna actually add the heat a little bit higher. So now we're gonna be adding some butter. 4 tablespoons of butter. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Sometimes we say butter and we're like, butter! Don't be afraid of the butter. Butter is good. Butter adds so much to meals. I feel like sometimes we've had this like, butter. We're being told like butter. And you know what? Butter adds, there are things that you eat and you're like, oh my God, this is so delicious. What is making this taste so good? It's butter. And it's okay. It's okay. All right, so we're gonna add a little heat back, and we're gonna be melting the butter in here and we're gonna add the pasta, and we're gonna stir it all up together. So I have a little different pasta. So you could do spaghetti, you could do angel hair pasta, you could do linguine, anything you want. So I happen to have, because again, sometimes what's in your pantry? If you don't want to go out and buy spaghetti or angel hair pasta and you happen to have a certain kind of pasta at home, well, we happen to have chickpea pasta, okay? If you've ever had it, it's not so bad. It's actually pretty good. So we actually have chickpea pasta, and I'm gonna add that to it. Have you guys seen our new stainless steel colander? Look at the cute little spoons. I love this colander. It's so cute. It's great for like strawberries or vegetables or fruits. I just think it's so cute. So I was using that colander. So now, let's make sure you guys can see. I'm gonna move my stuff here. So I'm adding the pasta. So this is about 8 ounces actually. It did call for 6 ounces, but I was like, whoops. So 6 ounces of the pasta. Now, if you haven't heard this really awesome trick, there is a trick that says to save some pasta water and add the pasta water to your dish, and that can actually kind of help to give you a little bit more of a sauce. Well, so here's the thing, not for chickpea pasta, because when you make a chickpea pasta or any kind of a protein pasta, you don't want that water. So I actually put to the side some chicken broth, and I thought, you know what, maybe what I'll do is, maybe I'll just kind of add a little bit of chicken broth to make a little bit of a sauce. And so a couple of other things that you can do to this dish, because I kind of want this dish to cook up a little bit, so I'm kind of putting some more heat on this. So the dish is looking really good. I almost think like, gosh, Karen, you really could have put a little more peppers in there. So at the end of the dish, you can add basil. You can add, which we will, some Parmesan cheese. Now only I will add Parmesan cheese to my plate. Why is that? For those of you that do not know this, my wonderful husband does not eat cheese. So cheese is only added to my part of the dish. So I think you can actually see it. Look at that. Doesn't it look pretty? I probably could have definitely added a few more peppers and onions. So here is the dish. Oh my gosh, it looks so amazing. I love it. And so this is where, like, you make the dish once or you make the dish twice, and you might think like, what else can I do? What else can I add? So this is chicken scampi. So you can do this with shrimp. Maybe you want to do it with another protein. Who knows? Be creative. So there is our chicken scampi, which, oh my gosh, smells so good. But I do want to go ahead and plate it. I want to show you, and I want to show you guys my little microplane that I'm going to use for the cheese. So I have a plate because I'm actually adding 2 more things, and that is lemon, because lemon gives good acid to the dish. So remember, we have the butter in there, and butter tends to sometimes be heavy. So you get a little bit of acid, plus you want to add a little Parmesan cheese, because I know I like cheese. And if you don't like cheese, awesome, and you can join my husband and the no cheese people. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of the dish on my plate, just a little bit. Right now, look at that. Oh God, looks good. I gotta keep adding some color here. So I'm gonna do a little pepper. All right, so we have the dish. So 1 cup pretzel. I cut up all my lemons. So I'm gonna take a lemon and I'm gonna actually go ahead and squeeze it on there, put it to the side. And then, one moment, I gotta come around so you can see. All right, and I'm gonna put it down here. Hold on. Beep. Gotta move things over. I don't want you to miss out on this cool part here. So this is our microplane. You know, this year, I know you guys are seeing me so close up. This year, we actually redid all of our microplanes, all of our cheese graters. Y'all, they have been, I cannot tell you how much I love Pampered Chef, and I love how much time we take to improve things. We listen to our customers, we listen to our consultants, and we made great improvements. This is the microplane, so I kind of like doing this. You know, I love cheese, I love cheese, and so this kind of keeps me from using too much. So I'm just gonna, I want you to see it. So let me lower this. Now I got cheese on my plate, on my phone. Okay, so little cheese over my dish. A little more cheese over my dish. All right, we'll stop right there. Put the cheese down. I want to hold it over so you can see it. Put my phone back up. Woo! Okay, here we go. Look at that. Does that look good? Chicken scampi. Hey, you know what? I like to cook. Whether you like to cook, whether you love to cook, whether you're trying to try new recipes, our meal sets are a great way to kind of make things easy. Start with a seasoning mix and start with something that we can provide for you. Great idea. So we'll just take a little taste. Oh, it's good. I love the lemon in it. Thank you. Chicken scampi. Have a great evening. Karen Greenblatt in the kitchen with KG. See y'all later.